You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack 'em. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things, MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong, history. And we good on that, put Jilla on the track and we good on wax. 3, 2, 1, everybody say Bulls on tap, Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty. Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery, nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news. Go and subscribe, hang out with Buzzy and Goose. Tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I am your dude Buzz. I'm joined by my guy Goose. Goose, how's that camera doing? Are we doing okay?
I mean, it's doing good. I mean, I'm trying to stay as still as possible to avoid any disruptions.
You can't
the
move.
cell phone is dead. We do not have a backup tonight, and I already almost killed my girlfriend with my green screen too. So we're off to a phenomenal start here at Bulls on Tap.
The most professional place you can go for your Bulls coverage is ontapsportsnet.com. All right, you know where to go. You know where to subscribe on Tap Sportsnet on YouTube if you're already there. If you're on Twitter, hit the follow button. That'd be really awesome. Let's get into the game, man. 124-119, second straight overtime game. The Bulls pull this one off after blowing it in the fourth quarter by seemingly forgetting what made you have the lead in the first place throughout the whole game. Thoughts on performances tonight?
So, I mean, I think Zach LaVine actually had a very impactful game tonight. We'll see if he has trade value following this, and we'll get into that here shortly. But I think the biggest disappointment for me was that fourth quarter collapse, followed by Billy going back to the good old just let DeMar ISO and live with what happens. And obviously it's a tie game, and the Bulls do end up pulling out a very weird overtime period for a win. Behind Zach LaVine, 6 points in like 23 seconds and one opportunity, followed by a rather clutch 3-point shot to give the Bulls a 1-point lead. So more so just disappointed with Billy falling back on old reliable and DeMar in that situation instead of running an offensive set through Coby. Similar to like we saw, you put the ball in Zach's hands towards the end of the game. He gets the double. He makes the right decision, which we oftentimes don't see from Zach in these late game situations. He swings it to DeMar, and DeMar kicks it around the corner to Coby, and Coby hits a 3 to ice this game. And Coby's the guy who had the best game of the night for the team. Was initiating. Was he like 6 of 11 from the field? Didn't even
downtown. 6 of 11 from downtown, 9 for 17 from the field for 30 points, 8 assists, 4 boards. He did turn the ball over 4 times, but that's not very characteristic of Coby.
And DeMar was the one struggling on the night.
5 for 19 for DeMar DeRozan, 19 points, 4 boards, 4 assists.
Billy Donovan puts the ball in his hands to finish the game. So that was my biggest disappointment outside of the team, just forgetting how to play offensive basketball in the fourth quarter in general. But definitely an exciting finish to this game because overtime didn't look very good either to start.
Right. So where I'm at with the performance, let's get right to Zach. So where I'm at with Zach's performance was, it was the most complete game I've seen him play. Now, when he first came out, he was aggressive. We have not seen him, Goose, that aggressive in a while. I felt like this is to start the game. He's getting to the rim. He's trying to get him. He missed some layups. I felt like him and Jalen Green were going back and forth with each other for a little bit there.
So is this Zach getting his footing back? Is this the Zach we should expect? Is this Zach accepting that his fate might be that he's a Chicago Bull for the foreseeable future, that he's not going to be on the move, and he's just accepting that?
Well, I put a tweet out before we started. I mean, it's a question now. This is what it is to me, at least, as a fan that watches. How disengaged he was. Everybody's cheering and going crazy about this. And listen, I don't have I love the Chicago Bulls because they're my basketball team, but I believe you me, I'm not loyal to Jerry Reinsdorf at all. Okay, so the whole owner thing can just push. But when I see a dude show up to work and I get paid pennies on the dollar, it's not comparable. Fuck you. And I get paid pennies on the dollar, to go to work when I don't want to. And this guy is lackadaisical. When he comes back, doesn't even look like he wants to be involved. I think where there's smoke, there's fire, man. I'm just gonna say, yeah, the dude knows there's no fucking market for him, bro. He don't want to be here. There's no market for him here. He didn't miraculously play great because of Billy Don. You know, we know what Zach is capable of.
So I think the trick with that there is he played great within the team, though. Like, he didn't take away from Coby. Coby still had a stellar performance.
Yeah, he's showing what he can do within the team. I mean, that is a mindset change. Now, does that change? Again, this is speculation. We do not know. We don't know Zach. This is all speculation on our part. But is it because, like, you know what? Fuck it. We might be able to be, as Bill Simmons just said on X, if you guys want to go look at it, a top 6 team in the East. He said, you know, that's what Bill Simmons just said that. The Bulls are a top 6 team in the East. Fight me. That's what he said about it. You know, like, is Zach playing within this system to make it that way? Or is Zach trying to be moved? I don't know. That's where I'm at with it, man. I don't get it. I'll take the play from him, though. I'll take the play. It sucks that we're going the wrong way.
I guess the rumor that we're hearing from him right now, and the biggest topic for us, is the possible return that you can get for Zach. And I guess if it's genuinely worth it, and we covered that on that last show with Stephen A's remarks of the value just not being there and probably being better to eat Zach's contract through the next few years and just rebuild while he's on your roster kind of thing. Do you think this if your goal is winning and you are Acme, because it's clear that they do not want to rebuild and they do not want to tank. They had all the ammunition in their back pocket to pull the trigger on that earlier this season. But given where they sit now, do you think this is a better basketball team with a Kevin Huerter and Harrison Barnes as opposed to just Zach LaVine on a nightly basis?
Yes.
That those guys give you a better chance to win.
100%. I wish we had Brian here live with us and he could help me not be an idiot. But you know what? It's so funny. I tell you this all the time. When I legit did this. I made a move for Kevin Huerter and I just sent DeRozan to Sacramento.
Okay, so there's other avenues as well, because
I was looking at
reported that the Bulls are
interested in Huerter, right? Yes. So I did this like 2 days ago, which was awesome. I had no idea this was going to happen. It's completely pure coincidence. I am not a fucking guru, but I mean, you're bringing in shooting like that. Harrison Barnes coming over, but I mean that's another starter for them, though, man. And you're losing a big bench piece in Kevin Huerter too. I mean that's a big commitment from Sacramento. I don't know.
Well,
did you see the rumor that they were going to attach Lonzo to Zach too? Did you see that today?
I did not see that rumor at all.
That's a lot of money to eat.
That's a lot of money.
So, I mean, what would that even look like? What would that return? I got to use a trade finder. I don't even know.
I don't know. You sending him Golden State's really the only team I could think of.
That was what I was.
Contract.
Yeah, me too.
Chris Paul and Kuminga kind of thing. Like that does start kind of stacking up pretty quick.
Yeah, that's wild.
You know, because Kuminga is a top 7 pick getting into the later years of his rookie deal here. So that does go up every year.
I mean, do you want to see that? Do you want to see this kind of Zach playing within the flow of the offense? And people cannot have it both ways tonight. And this is what I mean, because I'm seeing a lot of Billy hate. Listen, I hated that last play of the game. Billy should be questioned. I hope Collie questions, because Collie don't give a fuck. I hope Collie questions the shit out of him for that. And just been like, why? You were successful all night with ball movement, with cutting. Moving without the ball was a big thing. So we're going to stand there for literally 22 seconds and force up a bad shot? Doesn't make any fucking sense. It makes no sense to me.
No, it really doesn't.
And see, now I lost my train of thought because now I'm thinking of that fucking play again. I cannot believe he literally stood there for 22 seconds.
No, yeah. There was literally just a hair under 24 seconds, and DeMar just stood there with
it was like 23.2, wasn't it?
Yep. Waited until there was about 10 seconds, dribbled a little bit more, and then about 5 seconds hit the go button.
That's so
and still left time on the clock, too, which was the worst part about it.
And Coby not finishing that, too. I thought Coby earned the right to close that game out. And then, yes, in the comments from Hank, 13 boards. Yeah, we got 13 boards from Zach tonight, 7 assists. He had a big game. He had 3 steals, turned the ball over 4 times, but he had a big night.
Well, there are a lot of timely boards, too.
Right. But back to my original thought. You have to give Billy credit here for Zach playing within his offense and fucking being successful. You can't have it.
Do we, though? I don't.
Yes, I think you do. I think you do because your star player obviously hasn't been bought in the whole fucking time. But
is he bought in now because of Billy, or is he bought in because he knows he has no
irrelevant? So
Billy gets the cookie irrelevant of what the reasoning is?
No, whoa. I already attacked him for the shitty play call. I am not absolving him of anything, but if your star player who's making $40 million a year doesn't want to fucking play ball the way that you want to play ball and is nothing but a thorn in your side to the point where you have to sit this guy for over a month with a fake fucking injury, okay? And then you find out you can't move the motherfucker. You can't move him. I'm mad now. You can't move him because he's one-tier player. I mean, am I fucking taking crazy pills here? Everybody's bought back in because we beat the young gun Houston Rockets without fucking Dylan Brooks and who else missed? Harry Eason tonight?
Yeah, Tari Eason was missing this week.
God damn, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so mad, but yes.
You're good, buddy. You're good. You're good. Just let it out. Let it out.
Billy does get to fucking have a little bit of flowers here because if Zach bought in and can do this and play on both ends of the floor every night, they're going to win.
Okay, so it's not Billy's fault, it's Zach's fault, but it's also Billy's fault because he doesn't know how to call plays, even if Zach is buying in.
Yes.
So we've just got problems all around.
Yeah. I think Billy's a decent coach. I'm not going to call him the fucking GOAT or anything like that, but I mean, I think he's a good coach, but I mean, he is stuck in some ways here with this roster that he needs to change, and it's apparent from what we saw in the fourth quarter.
Do you think a lot of that comes down to a lot of that tying into Zach not trusting him and him not trusting Zach? That's the only person that he can trust. Although at this point, you'd like to think Coby White has earned his trust.
Oh, I mean, I think you have to go back to that report.
Coby White has essentially like saved his job.
It's so funny that fucking
because Billy was in the hot seat just as much as anybody else on this roster. Despite the extension, there were still questions of what the hell is this team doing? How does a coach that's been here this long with the same pieces not know what he's doing?
You say Coby White is saving his job, or I mean,
saving Billy's job to an extent.
Poking holes in it for him, you know. I mean, or can you give Billy credit for sticking with Coby on the team and in the rotation when he was playing terrible? You know, I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know who Billy has trust in, but there's no fucking way to me that I've listened to this guy talk ball. I know you have too. He's an intelligent guy when he talks about basketball. But what was he seeing on that last draw? And especially when DeMar is met by Jabari Smith Jr., who is a tall, lanky, athletic kid.
He's just camping you out.
You're right. I thought
with the clock to know when you're going to put the shot up too. And
no one moved. Nobody. Coming out of that huddle, did you see Coby White's face? I wish I knew how to screenshot on a computer. Do you know how to do that?
I think the print screen button, maybe.
Was that Control P? I don't think that's right.
I think there's just a print screen button.
That doesn't sound right to me. But coming out of
Control P?
Is that what it is? Fucking Coby comes out of the huddle and he's like this. You know, and I'm like, damn.
He got something in his eye?
Yeah, it looked like he had something in his eye, Goose. I think that he thought that play call was bullshit, just like everybody in the building and everybody at home did. So I don't know. Again, I'm having people like in my mentions here too. Is just like, oh, maybe we need to be the one that trades Zach, or DeMar instead of Zach.
I mean, we were on that bus a while ago.
I've been on the bus and moved both of them since this whole fucking thing hit the fan.
Well, I mean, we've both been on the bus of one of them needs to be moved since Lonzo Ball went down.
Essentially.
I mean, and at this point, you are entering the territory where maybe DeMar does have more value on that expiring than Zach does on a $200 million deal. And Zach is younger. So if that's the way that this plays out and DeMar gets you more. But I don't know. As we've seen, and you've got Bill Simmons saying we're a top 6 team in the East. You think Acme's selling anything? Acme's buying.
Bill Simmons says the Celtics are going to win the fucking finals every year.
Oh, well, honestly, he's not wrong. They've gone to the finals.
They haven't won the shit in a long time.
But they've gone a few times.
That's great. You went to the dance to meet up with a pretty girl and you got fucking stood up. That's cool. That's real winner shit. You know? I made it. You know, I didn't complete the task, but I made. You know what Coby would say? The job's not done.
You know what? If you took the pretty girl to the dance and you didn't get to take her home, you still took her to the dance. You were still at the dance. Bulls can't say they've been at any dances in a while. So
that's so true, man. I just want to be a part of something. You know what I mean? Like, I
just want to feel like it could have happened.
I just want to feel like this. Yeah, this was not out of the realm of possibility.
Even with Zach LaVine buying in and putting up 13 rebounds and flirting with a triple-double, I don't feel that this team is going to any dances. So the Bulls front office still has a lot of decisions. Bill Simmons saying we're a top 6 team doesn't change it. Like you pointed out, beating a Rockets team without 2 of their best role players is not something to write home about. You didn't take down Milwaukee in a convincing fashion or anything of the sort. It's just another game, back-to-back overtime games. We've got 3 games in 4 nights, starting tonight with an overtime game. So it's going to be a tough stretch. And I guess we'll see if this team bonds or breaks during this excessive playing window and go from there. But I know I'm not buying in, and I know you're not buying into the extent of turning around and backing out of trading the majority of the players on this.
Yeah, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. I'm not backing down from any of my stances. I don't care what Bulls Twitter is fucking freaking out about right now. Was it fun? Absolutely. Was that a fun game to watch? I had a great time watching it. And I love watching Zach contribute on both ends of the floor and try his best. I sure did. Can I drive him to O'Hare tomorrow for a good package? I sure will. And that's not a problem. So, I mean, that's just kind of where I am.
At the end of the night, for both of us, I think this is more about Zach potentially regaining trade value and showing that he is healthy and he is capable and committed to being an impactful player because the 2 games against the Charlotte Hornets and a tune-up coming off the bench and nonchalant kind of performances did not do that. But tonight, you at least could potentially see where that could have impacted his value in a positive way.
Absolutely. Let's bring up Andre Drummond. 13 minutes tonight, 2 for 2, 4 points. He had 2 steals, 3 turnovers, no rebounds for Andre Drummond, which is very, very odd.
I wonder what the line on all of the betting sites would have been on that for Andre Drummond, like less than 1 rebound.
I'm sure it would have been good money.
You probably could be like 100,000 or something.
That'd be cool. The more money I got, I'd take it.
But that's also not a bet that I would ever put in comfortably, ever.
Right. I would feel bad doing it. I don't know if I'd believe it if you had told me. But I had a guy in my comments asking me, how come they're taking him out? And he gave me a reason on why Vooch should be out is because Sengun was killing him.
What's killing him? That was.
I just want to throw out there, Sengun was killing the both of them with no fucking problem at all. None.
Yeah, no, that was kind of embarrassing.
That kid's a player, Goose. He's a fucking player. I watched a lot.
He's a player, but their whole offense for the majority of that fourth quarter was give the ball to him and let him cook Vooch.
God, Vooch has got to just feel like the odd man out. 9 for 17 for 18 points. He had 15 boards. He had 3 assists, but 0 for 5 from downtown tonight for Vooch. He had a rough fucking game.
Especially given that matchup and what he gave up defensively, you can't go 0 for on 5. 3 points.
Oh, that last shot that he threw up there was at the fourth quarter, man. He fucking almost broke the backboard with that thing. Oh, yeah. Damn. I was like, wow. What are you thinking about Pat? You contributing this to the ankle being a little not 100% for him, but he did get 29 minutes tonight, but he's looking passive Pat again. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going to chalk this up as he not is dude, he looked different.
He's feeling how you're feeling trying to say that sentence?
Yeah, he's looking different. Yeah, I think the ankle hurts. It's hard to get that sentence out.
I mean, I'm sure it's probably a combo of Zach coming back, knowing that he's going to somewhat have to fall back into that 5 to 8 shots a game kind of role as opposed to the 10 plus attempts that he kind of got comfortable.
I mean, is this shit predetermined? If you get your shot, take the shot.
I mean, in his mind, it is predetermined. I think you hit the nail on the head there. Is he gets in the mindset of, okay, there's 4 guys in the offensive hierarchy than me in this starting lineup. I'm 5th, and I've got to move the ball instead of shoot the ball. And he does go into that mindset when this rotation is available to be out there. So hopefully we can see further progress from Pat. But at the same time, the way we've seen Coby play out here, I wouldn't mind Pat having a horrible end to his season and getting a team-friendly deal that he then outplays next season, because that works out better for us.
That is a very true statement. It's a very true statement. Can you guess who had the best plus-minus on the team and who had the worst tonight?
Coby White had the best. Vucevic had the worst.
Okay, Vucevic had the best.
What?
Plus 16, yeah.
No.
Did he get cooked? Yeah, he did get cooked. But yeah, he was a plus. Yeah, he got fucked.
That's why I hate that stat.
Yeah, it's a bad only when it fits your narrative. The worst was the worst was Drummond at -11, and following him up were Caruso and DeRozan at -9. So
wow.
Yeah, it's funny. I was looking at that because I was thinking the same thing you did. I'm like, oh man, Vooch got fucking cooked. I bet his
got cooked. This is got to be negative. Nope.
It's gonna be bad. And it wasn't bad. He played 41 minutes. So
and most of those minutes were probably with Coby White. So
yeah, Coby and Zach plus 15 apiece too.
Okay.
Yep. So, all right, next game, Goose, is against a team that got absolutely fucking destroyed tonight. Did you catch any of the game on ABC7 with the Warriors and the Pelicans?
No, I'm not cool like you. I don't have 8 TVs set up. I had a cell phone dangling in front of my face. That's how I watched the Bulls game today.
It was 141 to 105. The Pelicans absolutely destroyed Golden State. Absolutely destroyed Golden State.
So Zach LaVine had a great game and Golden State got destroyed. Sounds like they could use Zach LaVine to me.
Seems like it. 5 for 10 for Klay Thompson, 4 for 13 from Curry. Only played 25 minutes. Thompson only played 24. No, I don't think so.
They were just getting whacked.
Yeah, I just think
they just sat down.
Yeah, I just think they got screwed up pretty bad. But you know who got a lot of minutes? Kuminga and Moody. And Moody didn't really disappoint. 21 points for him tonight. Kuminga only had 12.
Wow, look at them trying to boost up their trade value for Zach LaVine. It's a perfect scenario playing out right in front of us, Buzz. It could
be my dream. It could be the dream that we all wanted, to start another fucking rebuild because our franchise can't get it together. They ruin every one that they do. So yeah, Bulls are very close to being a playoff team. I mean, they're not far away from getting into that 6th seed. They're 18-21, and the 6th seed team is 21-15.
That's still pretty far off.
They're about 4.5 games back. It's not unrealistic.
It's not unrealistic, but that's still pretty far back.
Especially with the drama that you're hearing about in Cleveland. They've won 3 in a row, but you keep hearing that Donovan Mitchell is going to be moved. They're not getting along. Him and Garland can't play together. Who knows?
So that's why it's got to be so hard to move Zach LaVine, is you got guys like Mitchell that are going to become available. You've got Garland becoming available.
Because I'm not agreeing.
Devontae Murray becoming available.
I'm not agreeing with Bill Simmons by any means necessary. I just want to throw that out there real quick. The fact that Atlanta is terrible, I'd love to say that I knew that was going to happen. That is on record on this show. It's what I really like about it, is when I am right, that exists in the audio.
It exists. It's somewhere there.
Yes. It's not often I'm right. But Bulls are not better than Boston. We know that. Bulls aren't better than Milwaukee. We know that. They're not better than Philly. We know that. Indiana suffers a significant injury, Goose. We might be if they stay together of what they are now, and that's still not good enough. New York, they're not better than New York. New York has won 5 games in a row since acquiring OG Anunoby from the Toronto Raptors. Cleveland is a better team than us right now. Miami, I think, is better, and I think Orlando is better.
I wouldn't go as far as Orlando's better.
Why would you say Orlando's better right now?
I'd still take a veteran team towards the end stretch of a season than what Orlando's got cooking over there, even though I'd rather have their roster and their situation going forward than the Bulls situation.
I think that Orlando is going to surprise a lot of people. The size that they have and the way that they play with fast guards, dominance inside as well is pretty fucking crazy. I mean, they've been a pretty crazy team to watch so far. I mean, the turnaround for them, by the way, too, is pretty amazing.
We're not going to talk about that turnaround because we fully contributed to that turnaround. We are why the Magic are who they are, so we don't want to talk about that. And we've got Vucevic getting cooked by Sengun instead.
The level of pain I felt there when you said it.
When you had to actually accept and realize that's the scenario. Yeah.
God, does that just suck ass, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I've never done that, but it sounds like it.
No, you never go ass to mouth. That's from Clerks too. You never do that. You don't. If someone does it, they're fucking disgusting. Don't listen to our show anymore. All right, I'm just kidding. You got any closing thoughts before we get out of here, dude?
I mean, we can't leave it closing on that. Coby White, stay hot. Zach LaVine, let's keep boosting this trade value. And I guess let's see what happens in this scenario. Are we a top 6 team in the East, or are we destined to finally sell off some pieces to this roster and try to avoid the play-in, which me and you feel is inevitable?
I love your closing thoughts. My closing thoughts are: don't drink the Kool-Aid, fight the power. We know what we need to do to compete again. Tank. All right, we'll see you. We'll be back on Friday, possibly. That's the next time they play against Golden State. You know how we are on the weekends. It's me. It's more me than him. I'm very shaky on the weekends. It's when I get to let loose. So if we see you on Friday, we do. If not, we'll see you when you see you. Let's go Bulls.